is happening at the moment. The Queen and other senior members of the royal family on the A40 driving from RAF Northolt back into central London. Ahead of them, their chance to do what we've just seen the Prince of Wales and his sons doing. And there they are again. They are taking part in a full way in the public expressions of mourning and grief. Black ties, smart suits.
Pausing every now and again to read some of those tributes, and you can tell really taking them in.
Yes, when you see them, Dermot, we've both done this, haven't we? You look at those tributes, you start reading them, and then there are so many, and then you move on and you read another. Every single one takes your attention. You have to read the message and say to yourself, that's somebody's heart. Some people put it well, some people can't spell, some people even misspell the name Diana, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter a bit, does it?
Well, we're having a bit of a careen around the flowers, but we...
Well, as you said, Nick, just to let people know, these are unedited pictures, and we're hopping back and forth from this that was recorded a few minutes ago of the Prince of Wales and his sons outside Kensington Palace, Princess Diana's London home, and then we're jumping over live every now and again just to keep you up to date with the progress of the Queen, who's been following on slightly behind her son and her grandsons.
I was saying earlier, that tall gentleman there, every time I mention him, we lose him. But when we'll see him again, he's Colin Trimming. He's the Prince of Wales's principal bodyguard. Many people will remember him in Australia, where he pushed the prince out of the way of a man running forward waving a gun. That policeman's cool courage impressed everyone, as indeed did the cool courage of Prince of Wales himself.
I think the cool courage of the young princes now is impressing everybody. Obviously in a very different situation. There we are, back now live with the ITN helicopters, pictures of the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh's progress into central London, heading for Buckingham Palace, where preparations will be made and will continue to be made. They are, of course, already being made for the live broadcast to the nation tonight at 6 o'clock. And it should be pointed out, not just to the nation, this could have a television audience quite literally of billions, couldn't it, Nick?
Yes, the estimates have been that the funeral itself tomorrow, the funeral of Princess of Wales, will reach about 2.5 billion people live. I have a feeling that Her Majesty's speech this evening will be seen by about the same number across the globe. Another policeman in the foreground, another one of the Prince's regular bodyguards, the Prince of Wales's regular bodyguards.
And then we have people just clapping ever so politely. It's just a gentle touching of their hands, just make that kind of rustling sound.
Prince of Wales seems to have a picture, I think it is, he's putting down, is it? Yes, I think so.
Yes. There's a Canadian flag in the background, just to point out that this is a tragedy that really has struck everybody in the world. Amongst that crowd, many, many thousands upon thousands of people from all over the globe.
A backpacker there, talking to the royal party. Look how tall William's become, hasn't he? Towering over Dad.
Well over 6 foot at 15.
We're now interesting view of the cameraman. That's walking backwards, as they always have to do.
More of the Queen's car as it makes its way along the normally very busy A40 into central London. It should be about 20 minutes, 25 minutes from Buckingham Palace now.
See the traffic and the slow lane being, well, in fact, the royal party are only in the outside lane there. The other traffic's still going on.
Not really holding things up very much at all. They're now back to Prince Harry, accepting another bouquet.
I don't know what you two feel. Well, I think I do, but I mean, just apart from anything else, I just feel so proud of those two young princes.
I mean, what an ordeal this must be, but they're just carrying it off with such aplomb.
I think someone would have said to them that they were probably asked, what should I do? Should I look sad? Should I look happy? And someone has said to them, just be yourself. And that's what we're seeing now. I'm convinced of it.
And it must be a tremendous support to them. There they are, feeling, hearing, touching the level of support in the country for the first time.
As you said, who was it who said here that seeing it on television is one thing. Being there, experiencing, seeing the flowers is quite another. I don't think there's the applause again. I don't know whether we can I can't hear it, but no, we can't hear it, but you know what's happening. A ripple of polite applause all the way along, and it's not the applause that is sort of congratulatory. It's not that, is it? It's people saying that we appreciate this. The country has wanted to see members of the royal family, not necessarily these two boys and their father. We all accept that their grief should be a private thing. But here they are coming. Oh, look,
there's
people patting his back. A hug, yes.
For Harry, and he hugged them back, holding hands. Look at them. We'll just stay with these pictures. Hand upon hand being proffered and accepted.
I think this will help them a great deal tomorrow, having this experience this afternoon. They might find the day easier to cope with tomorrow as a result of this, 20 minutes, half an hour or so, getting longer than that now, isn't it, that they've been spending amongst the people. Just responding, just being, as Nick was saying, perfectly natural. And they haven't been seen very often in this sort of, I don't think they've ever been seen in a sort of a walkabout.
Not like this.
Not like this.
No, look, hands touching them, the way they, you know...
Single lilies there have been handed to them.
The terribly formal business of just shaking hands has been replaced here by hugs and pats on the shoulder. And a lot of handshakes, of course, they're inevitable.
There's another huge sign on that. Princess Diana, Queen of Hearts.
His mother. His mother. More applause. They're going through the gates now into Kensington Palace. This recorded a few moments ago at Kensington Palace.
Well, there we were watching pictures just recorded a few minutes ago of Prince Charles, Princes William and Harry passing amongst the crowd, being handed flowers, putting them in the piles, the huge piles outside their home at Kensington Palace. Now, Nicholas Owen and Ronald Allison are with me in the studio.